Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about 3 tips how to manage our own emotions. All of us have challenges in life and we feel that it is only my problem is the biggest, or I'm the only one in the world who is facing this struggle. We don't feel like even talking about our problems to another because we see that even these people have their own challenges in life, right? So each one is having one or the other problem in life and we feel that okay, I cannot share it with anyone. So it is easier, or it is mandatory to see to it that we, however, try to cope up with our own emotions and own problems in life. How is that we can manage our own problems without even depending on others? So I'm going to share here 3 tips. Number 1, regulate yourself, or try to understand what kind of emotions you have, whether you are trying to expect too much from others or are you having sky high expectations. Try to regulate that, or try to have an introspection about your own expectations, or you can even set some boundaries, like what kind of expectation should I have from others. Usually, what happens is when we start expecting too much from others, we feel that we are not actually thanking them for what they've been doing to us. Imagine now I've expected my husband or my spouse to come and help me during my household chores or maybe some other work that I'm doing, and when he does that, what I feel is okay, it is his duty, it is his responsibility to do that, and there's nothing great about it. So I am genuinely not showing that gratitude towards him. Had there been, on the contrary, if it was something else, like if the I am not expecting, I'm expecting the least from my husband, and then he comes and does that work, I feel so thankful to him. Okay, I never expected this, but he did it, and that genuine gratitude is seen, or we try to express our gratitude, and that is a genuine gratitude. This gratitude is seen from within, it is felt actually. So we have to understand that when we expect a lot from others, we don't feel like having that sense of gratitude. So try to minimize your expectation from others and see to it what you can do the best to others and what you can come up with your own solutions for the problems that you have. Number 2, try to review your own emotions. For example, I used to work on anger management and I really worked hard to manage my anger. And for that, I used to journal all the emotions. What I used to do is write the date and another 4 to 5 columns. I used to have some 4 to 5 columns, and the first one was for date. I used to name the emotions. Like if I'm angry, I that anger, the emotion or that kind of feeling, I used to name it. I used to name the person. I mean, in person, I used to personalize that and give it a name. Any kind of imaginary name that you feel like giving it, you can just give that. And then I used to write it in another column. What are the trigger points? Why I got angry? What is that point that triggered me? And these emotions are reflected. So the first thing is to name the emotions and then write what is a trigger point, and then also write what is your reaction towards that particular trigger point. What have you reacted? How did you react? And then what better could have been done? So now what happens is when you start journalizing, the neural pathways are created and something new ideas we are able to come up with, and we feel once it is done, we cannot leave it for quite some time. Almost you have to continue that for maybe 1 month or maybe even 2 months sometimes, so that you start regulating it. And once that neural pathways are created for these emotions, if this emotion is there in me, I can regulate it and I can shift to another behavior of mine. So any behavior, you can replace it with another behavior. So why not use those emotions and try to come up with some other kind of emotions? When you start reviewing it, you will be able to get a better idea out of it. Number 3, try to evaluate our own wishes and desires. Now, we have certain desires and wishes which we don't review or we don't try to introspect. what happens is, because of these desires, our we have that trigger points, or our emotions are triggered. Sometimes unknowingly we get wild when these wishes, or when these desires are not fulfilled. So try to introspect and see whether you have that genuine need for that wishes, or that whatever desire you have. Is it really needed, or is it really helpful in my life? How is that? What will I do if I don't get these desires, or these wishes fulfilled? What happens to me? How will I react if I get them? What will I do if I don't get them? So try to come up with some other questions and ask yourself, what happens if these things are meted out, or if these things are not received, or you don't find them. So try to be minimalistic in your desires and wishes, and see to it that you get the maximum level, or you get the maximum benefit out of all these things. So when you do that, you will be able to initially try to try to understand or introspect whether you really need these things or not. So what are the needs, what are the desires and wishes? These things also you're able to come up with. Because Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has given us a very good dua based on our desires and wishes. Show me the truth as truth and inspire me to follow it. And also show me the falsehood as falsehood, and make me or help me to get abstained from it. Don't you think it's a very powerful dua? So try to follow all these things and try to regulate our own emotions first, and then we are able to control ourselves in the maximum level. Try to follow these steps, and do let me know your comments in the comment section, so that I can come up with some other ideas and help you understand your emotions better.